These top four quarterbacks, would you say, are legitimately still in the mix for you guys at number one or wherever you pick your top quarterback?
I think they all are today, Mary Kay. I think we have not settled on that yet. I mean, again, when I say this, I mean it. John Dorsey and his group, they don't come up for air. I mean, this is 24/7, 7 days a week, through the weekend. I've worked more on the weekends here than I ever had to be a part of this, and that's what John does. I mean, there is no detail that we're going to leave unturned, you know. So there's a lot of time being spent to get this right, you know, and I think I really appreciate what him and Alonzo and Elliott are doing, you know, in the room with our young scouts and our people who are helping and our coaching staff in order to get this organization the best players for the Cleveland Browns. And I think that's the way you have to do it.
And at number one, if you had to pick a quarterback today,
I don't. I'm the same way. I'm sifting through my side of it too. You know, again, this has been good for me to learn even a different way of looking at it. You know, so I go back, and myself and Kenny and Todd, you know, we've had great dialogue, great conversation, and I think we're all still going through it too. And there's times they want to pull me in, let's talk about it, and I'll say no, not yet, because I want to make sure that I'm sure. You know, I don't want to be, well, it's this one, well, no, it's that one, it's based on this. I think you need to really know and feel very comfortable about that decision when we get there.
With four guys that you could all defend as being your choice.
Mm-hmm.
And yet you have so many moving parts with Dorsey. You got a consultant, you got new coaches, you got new personnel people. How hard is it going to be to come up with a consensus that you could all embrace as your quarterback?
You know, Tony, I see where you're saying. I think that's a really good question. But I think when you've done all the work together, you know, I think when you've traveled to see these guys personally, I think when you've you had them in the building and have had opportunity to see them together and talk to them and walk through what we think is very important as an organization and as a scouting department, what we're really looking for, I think it's going to be pretty crystal clear at the end what's the best player for us. And I think in order to do all those things, just like you said, I think first you have to have vision. You have to know exactly what it is you're looking for, and then you have to set out amongst that group of people you just mentioned to find that. And then I think you come to a consensus about what you think is right for the organization and team.
See all these reports and hear that, you know, Josh Allen is your guy, and a friend of Dorsey's, you know, has said Josh Allen is the guy.
Well, I try not to hear them all, but I do get some of them. I mean, everywhere you turn, that's what everybody's talking about. I'm not concerned about those things because I know what goes on here in the building every day. I talk to John Dorsey 3, 4, 5 times a day, and I think all kind of things get said. I laughed at that. I mean, when I say John Dorsey goes dark, he goes dark. I mean, whoever think they're finding John Dorsey, trust me, you're not finding him. So I think there's a lot of things that get said that I know that's not true. And if there was a consensus that John had have come to at this point, he would have told me. So I know that's not the case.